Imagine living in a world where the political system is constantly in flux, where power can be seized, lost, or handed down from generation to generation. In the 15th and 16th centuries, the world was a battleground for different forms of government. States were shaped by the ambitions of rulers, the interplay of nobility, and the struggles of the people. At the heart of this tumultuous period was one of the most influential political thinkers in history, Niccolò Machiavelli. His works, most notably The Prince, often center on the pragmatic aspects of governance, how rulers can secure and maintain power, no matter the cost. Yet, Machiavelli's ideas about the ideal form of government were not limited to the monarchs he often addressed. In fact, his writings also reflect a fascination with the republic as a potential form of governance. He saw both monarchy and republic as viable, though very different, systems, each with its own strengths and pitfalls. Machiavelli's views on these two forms of government, republic and monarchy, offer a unique lens through which to understand the dynamics of power, stability, and leadership. His analysis is not just about advocating for one over the other, but about understanding their implications for the rulers and citizens living under them. In this essay, we will delve into Machiavelli's comparative analysis of monarchy and republics, exploring his thoughts on their strengths and weaknesses, how they influence the political behavior of leaders, and which form he believed was best suited for different historical contexts. By examining his views in works like The Prince, Discourses on Livy, and his other writings, we can gain a deeper insight into how Machiavelli viewed the balance of power and the dynamics of governance. Before we dive into the complex political thoughts of Machiavelli, let me take a moment to welcome you to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. If you're intrigued by the intricacies of political philosophy, history, or the fascinating world of Machiavelli's ideas, this is the place for you. On this channel, we dive deep into the works of influential thinkers, unravel historical events, and explore the timeless ideas that have shaped the modern world. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can join us on this exciting journey through history and philosophy, where we seek to uncover the hidden lessons of the past that still resonate today. To understand Machiavelli's views on monarchy and republics, it's essential to first appreciate the nature of his political philosophy. Machiavelli was a realist. His approach to politics was not guided by ideals of justice, morality, or virtue in the traditional sense. Instead, he focused on power dynamics, the challenges that rulers face, and how political leaders can maintain control. This pragmatic approach is evident in his most famous work, The Prince, where he advocates for rulers to take whatever measures are necessary to secure their state, even if those actions are ruthless or morally dubious. However, Machiavelli's other major work, Discourses on Livy, offers a more favorable view of republics, revealing a more nuanced perspective on political systems. Machiavelli was not simply an apologist for monarchy or a critic of republics. Rather, he saw the value in both forms of government, depending on the circumstances. Machiavelli's views on monarchy and republics are framed within the context of the political instability and factionalism he observed in Renaissance Italy. His observations were shaped by the constant warfare, shifting alliances, and fluctuating power structures in the region. Given these conditions, Machiavelli argued that the success of a political system depended largely on the circumstances and the character of the leaders. Machiavelli's views on monarchy are perhaps best illustrated in The Prince, a treatise in which he offers advice to rulers seeking to acquire and maintain power. He considered monarchies to be highly stable under certain conditions, particularly when a ruler was capable, wise, and ruthless in the face of external threats and internal dissent. One of the key advantages of a monarchy, according to Machiavelli, is the clarity of leadership. In a monarchy, there is a single ruler, which means that decisions can be made quickly and without the need for debate or consensus. This concentration of power allows a monarch to act decisively, which is especially crucial in times of war or political instability. For Machiavelli, a strong, singular leader could provide stability and ensure that the state's interests were prioritized. However, Machiavelli was also keenly aware of the dangers inherent in monarchies. The biggest weakness of monarchy, in his view, was the potential for a ruler to become despotic or overly reliant on personal power. A ruler who is not able to maintain the support of his subjects or who acts unjustly risks alienating the people and facing rebellion. Furthermore, the power of a monarchy is often built on the foundation of the ruler's personal qualities, his charisma, leadership, and military prowess. If the monarch is weak, incompetent, or loses favor with the people, the entire system may collapse. In The Prince, Machiavelli provides examples from history of rulers who managed to build strong monarchies, but he also offers examples of those who failed because they neglected the importance of maintaining both internal stability and the loyalty of their subjects. For example, a prince who is too generous or too cruel can lose the loyalty of the people, which can lead to insurrection. Therefore, a monarch must strike a delicate balance between fear and love, kindness and severity, to maintain their power. In contrast to the centralized authority of a monarchy, Machiavelli's Discourses on Livy presents a detailed analysis of the Roman Republic, which he admired for its resilience, its balance of power, and its focus on civic virtue. The Roman Republic, according to Machiavelli, succeeded for centuries due to its ability to balance the interests of the people, the aristocracy, and the military. In a republic, power was not vested in a single individual, but rather distributed across various institutions, including the Senate, the consuls, and the popular assemblies. For Machiavelli, the greatest strength of a republic was its ability to encourage civic virtue. Unlike monarchs, who could become corrupt by pursuing personal interests, citizens in a republic were expected to contribute to the common good. The balance of power within a republic, where different classes and factions check each other, was, in Machiavelli's view, an effective way to prevent any one group from becoming too powerful. Moreover, Machiavelli believed that republics could adapt and evolve over time. Unlike monarchies, which could become static and stagnant with the death of a ruler, republics could survive across generations because they were built on shared values, traditions, and a strong sense of collective responsibility. He admired the way the Roman Republic, for instance, was able to endure and expand over time by ensuring that power was never concentrated in the hands of a single individual. However, Machiavelli also recognized that republics had their own challenges. The most significant of these was factionalism. Since republics relied on the active participation of the people and the balancing of competing interests, they were prone to internal strife. Factions could arise that destabilized the system, and in the absence of strong leadership, republics could devolve into chaos. Furthermore, while the people of a republic might have the power to influence governance, their actions were often driven by self-interest or populism, which could lead to poor decision-making and the erosion of the state's stability. In his analysis, Machiavelli acknowledged that while republics offered certain long-term advantages in terms of stability and adaptability, they were also vulnerable to corruption and instability if factions were allowed to dominate the political scene. The greatest danger to a republic, in his view, was internal division. If the various classes could not work together, the republic could fall into disorder. When it comes to Machiavelli's preference between monarchy and republic, his position is not absolute. He did not see one form of government as universally superior to the other. Rather, he understood that the success of either system depended on the circumstances in which it was applied. For instance, Machiavelli was often writing with Renaissance Italy in mind, a region rife with political fragmentation, shifting alliances, and constant warfare. In such an environment, strong leadership was crucial. A monarchy, led by a capable ruler, could provide the decisive leadership needed to navigate this chaos. The stability of a monarchy could be beneficial in such a tumultuous period. However, in a time of peace and prosperity, where internal strife could be minimized, Machiavelli seemed to suggest that a republic might offer a more enduring and balanced form of governance. Moreover, Machiavelli's preference was influenced by the character of the ruler or the citizens. A strong monarch could make a monarchy work, just as virtuous citizens could make a republic thrive. Ultimately, Machiavelli believed that the political system should be tailored to the specific historical and cultural context in which it existed, and it was the quality of leadership, whether in a monarch or a republic, that determined success. In sum, Machiavelli's views on monarchy and republic are both pragmatic and deeply context-dependent. He recognized the merits of both systems, but also the inherent dangers and vulnerabilities they each carried. A monarchy, when led by a capable ruler, could offer strong, centralized leadership, while a republic could provide greater stability through its balanced system of checks and balances. However, both systems required strong leadership and a commitment to the public good in order to succeed. Machiavelli's political writings remain highly relevant today, offering insights into the nature of power, leadership, and governance. His views on monarchy and republics are a testament to his realistic understanding of politics, not as a perfect system, but as a dynamic arena shaped by human ambition, factionalism, and the need for stability. By studying Machiavelli's ideas, we can better understand how leaders should navigate the complex and often contradictory demands of governing, whether in a republic, a monarchy, or any other political system. If you found this exploration of Machiavelli's political philosophy engaging, don't forget to subscribe to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. Stay with us as we continue to uncover the wisdom of great thinkers and explore how their ideas shaped the course of history. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Join us on this intellectual journey through time and thought.